This week on Worldwide Gaming.
I review Splinter Cell. We check out the top 10 indie games. Vince vs. Akihabara. And an interview with Chris Cook from Wargaming. Hello and welcome to Worldwide Gaming. I'm your host Ryan.
I'm John.
I'm Vince.
We have a bit of mix of content today. We have the top 10 indies and then we're going to the AAA title Splinter Cell Blacklist.
Go figure.
Yeah, might as well. We also have a little bit of content from stuff we did outside of TGS in Japan. We went to Akihabara, the retro gaming capital, I guess, and the arcades, the UFO machine.
That place was amazing. Yeah.
We were basically going to say the same thing. Yes.
Yeah.
You guys had a go at like all the arcades and stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. I had to go at the one that's essentially like a PC arcade machine. It has like a mouse and a joystick, and it's crazy.
But first, as always, we have the forecast.
Things are going to start heating up with the release of the Xbox One on November 22nd. This storm has been brewing for a while and no one is sure exactly when it will hit. Rainbow Six Patriots due for release sometime in 2014.
Take them out. Engaging. We'll take red flank.
Bright lights and weather anomalies abound with the upcoming release of Resogun for the PlayStation 4.
So that was the forecast. Guys, Xbox, it's coming. It's almost here. It's almost.
Whoa.
I am so not that excited.
Nah,
Damn it.
neither.
Not
Are
really.
you guys more on the PS4 boat then?
Nope.
I don't know. Like
PC, I'm done with consoles. I can't take it anymore.
I'm not like that. I'm still liking the consoles, but it's like every time you think you can make up your mind, one company or the other says, "Oh no, we're going to change our minds and do this other
Yeah,
thing," and then you go, "Oh, that looks like a good idea," and then the other company says, "No, we're going to do this," and then it's just a constant back and forth. And I'm just going to wait until release day and then make my decision then.
That's pretty much the same as me. Like TGS, because it's so heavily PS4 focused, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get a PS4. Going to pre-order it as soon as I get home. And then I get home, I'm like, but Microsoft has Dead Rising.
Ooh, tough decision.
And now I'm like, I'm at the same boat where I have no idea what I'm going to get.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
And then like I won't be able to get any because they're all going to be sold out.
Yeah, and so expensive too, like day one.
New Rainbow Six game as well.
That I'm actually kind of excited for because it looks like they've sort of walked away a bit more from the traditional Rainbow Six games from back in the day where it was all super squad based and super serious and stuff like that. They've kind of gone a bit further down the Vegas path.
I hated Vegas.
I love
The Rainbow
New
Six
Vegas.
Vegas
Oh,
game.
I couldn't stand it.
No, not Fallout, Rainbow Six.
Sorry, Vegas.
Vegas, yes.
Rainbow Six Vegas.
Yes,
Yeah, that
the
one.
Vegas games
Vegas,
were really
yeah.
well, Vegas 1 and 2 were really good just because their stories intertwined and stuff like that. I thought that was really cool. But from a gameplay perspective, it was one of the first Rainbow Six games where I'm like, I'm playing this and I'm having fun doing it. So I'm really looking forward to Rainbow Six Patriots and seeing if they can do something similar.
Kind of looks a bit more like Ghost Recon as well. Like,
Yeah.
with all like kind of like HUD elements and
Yeah.
the high tech stuff and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
I don't know. They've been going down the high-tech path now for ages now. All that sort of stuff just doesn't surprise me.
Alright. Speaking of high tech gadgets, I actually have a review of Splinter Cell Blacklist.
Woo.
Splinter Cell Conviction came out with polarizing reviews. Some liked the new style of stealth that allowed you to shoot your way out of any situation if you messed up, but some people didn't like the departure from the light and sound meter kind of gameplay. Splinter Cell Blacklist is all about choice. Do you want to stick to the shadows and silently take out enemies one by one? You can do that. Do you want to armor yourself up and take more of a front door approach? You can do that too, although to be honest, it isn't as fun as a stealthy approach.
Show me the safe house.
Really? No, that's a bad neighborhood.
I know, weird, right? Because usually the CIA tries to keep their Middle East ops super obvious.
Focus.
Splinter Cell Blacklist story is somewhat of a large departure from the previous game, which this is a direct sequel to. A terrorist group called the Engineers is threatening to repeatedly attack the United States until all American troops have withdrawn from foreign countries. So the President of the United States, who shares an eerie resemblance to Hillary Clinton, creates the Fourth Echelon, a secret military unit including Sam Fisher from the now debunked corrupt group Third Echelon. The story might seem more patriotic American, but it's an excuse to go to locations all across the world in a lot of interesting and varied missions. A thing which has stayed from Conviction is the way that they present information and objectives on the game world. When you start a mission, you can generally see objectives in large blocky text right in front of you. Also, when you're in the Paladin, you're playing that acts as a hub to get to the story, multiplayer and leaderboards, you can see all your progress on the screens around the main area. It's a real stylish way to present this kind of information, which would normally be hidden in a lot of ugly menus.
Tight, narrow passages in a rundown building means you want to scout. Bring the tri-rotor and it might keep you out of a few ambushes.
Also, within the Paladin, you can customize your loadout for missions, and this is where you can start to choose your playstyle. Sam Fisher has a wealth of guns and gadgets to choose from. If you plan on going stealthy, you can choose silenced weapons and sleeping gas. Or, if you want to go the gung-ho option, you can choose fully automatic assault rifles and frag grenades. These upgrades can be bought from money earned through single player and multiplayer. To be honest, if you spec more towards the stealth side by buying pieces that give little to no armor, you'll have a hard time in a gunfight. However, it balances itself out by letting you slip away easier. My favourite playstyle was to go full stealth and slip past guards without them even knowing I was there. It made the game quite challenging and required a lot more thought and planning into every encounter. I did try all the different playstyles, and the gunplay is quite good. Headshots are satisfying to pull off, and some of the later assault rifles and machine guns felt weighty and pack a punch. It just, however, wasn't for me.
We're coming!
Really?
That'll get the ball rolling. 2 more terminals left.
The multiplayer Spies vs Mercs is back, where the spies must stick to the shadows and have a third-person perspective, and the Mercs are armored juggernauts that play in first person. To be honest, I saw this previewed events prior and wasn't interested, but after playing it I really enjoyed it. Neither is overpowered if you play to their strengths. Obviously, if you're a spy, you don't want to be caught out in the open, as a Merc can kill you with just a few bullets. But if you hide in the windowsills and use your gadgets correctly, you can take out Mercs without a problem.
Hack stopped. That's on you guys.
If you're hoping for a pure stealth game, Blacklist will disappoint you. However, if you enjoyed Conviction in the slightest, Blacklist is an improvement in almost all aspects.